My name is George Ellick from Oddschecker, and I'm joined by Martin Lawrence from WhoScored as we preview the big game of this weekend, 5:30, BT Sport. You've got Manchester City, champions-elect, coming up against a team who are pretty good at putting on the pressure, if not much else, Tottenham Hotspur. We can see in the match odds 4-7 City to emerge victorious at home. That's with Coral and Betway. The draw 15-4 with Black Type. Tottenham to win 53-10 with Marathon Bet, or 6.3 in decimals. A quick look though, and I think we're going to, instead of looking at match odds, we're going to side with some goals bets here. And a look at previous games between the two suggests there could be a few.
Yeah, certainly. Obviously, there's so much firepower between the two sides. I do think Tottenham will look to come out in this one quickly, and Pochettino would love to make a statement win. Obviously, if nobody else does, then Tottenham have to put the pressure on. If not themselves, I think they're out of the race then for Manchester United to be able to catch City. So I think they'll come out quickly. I think Man City obviously come out quickly. So I think it'll be an end-to-end game. We've
looked for a couple of angles in order to get with goals at nice prices, and we can see here in the both teams to score and over and under market, over 2.5, and yes is 10-11 with Sky Bet, Coral and Boyle Sports. Another nice angle that I found as well, Marathon Bet, a 41-20 on both teams to score in the second half of the game, something that's happened a fair few times in previous games between the two.
Yeah, certainly the last two at the Etihad, there have been 7 goals scored, and all of those goals have come in the second half of the games. So between the sides, there have been 51 second half goals this season. I expect it to follow that sort of pattern and both teams to score in the second half.
So bigger than 2-1 there, looks like a massive price. Going to look at the goal scorer markets now as well, and it may be a surprise to see in the WhoScored match preview, in the match forecast, Tottenham will create many chances as seen as very likely, and as such, because City is such a short price for the game, you can see that some appealing prices at the anytime goal scorer market. We can see here the likes of Dele Alli 4-1, Eric Lamela at 5-1, but it's a very informed player in Son, who I think has taken your fancy, Martin.
Yeah, very much so. He scored in his last 3 games, hoping to make it 4. Scored the equaliser in this meeting last season. Obviously, Manchester City haven't been that tight at the back recently without Stones. Kept a clean sheet against Swansea in midweek, but I think any team could really keep a clean sheet against Swansea at this point. So yeah, I think Tottenham will score, and I think Son, especially on the counter-attack against the possession sort of dominant side, I think he'll be a real weapon.
4-1 Son is to score any time with Betfred. I think he's around 12-1 to score first, which also seems big. Finally, we're going to look at the WhoScored Man of the Match market, which Bet Victor do exclusively. A great market. You can follow it live on their Match Centre as well, and you can see here the expected teams. And Kevin De Bruyne stands out, 7.96, comfortably got the highest rating of any player on the pitch there, and he's 22-5 for that market. Anyone else we fancy there?
Yeah, I think you'd have to look at Otamendi, obviously not just because of the goals he's been scoring lately, but he does get good ratings with WhoScored. He's a very busy defender in general. I think that'll be the case against Tottenham, a very good attacking side. But De Bruyne there's reason why he's such short odds. He's been the man of the match on the big occasion this season against Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea, so hoping to make that 4 against Tottenham, so I think that's a good shout.
So you can see here, if you go to the Oddschecker site, you look at the man of the match market, it's this Bet Victor line here that is the WhoScored market. 22-5 Kevin De Bruyne, 13-1 Nicolas Otamendi. So many bets, hopefully plenty of goals. It's going to be a massive game. You think that City have to drop points if the Premier League is going to be open. We're going to enjoy the game. Make sure you check the Oddschecker site before having your bet, and to have your bet, and check the WhoScored match preview to get that head start before working out what you're going to do.